Ladies and gentle gamers, welcome back to Be Determined. As you can see right behind me, Aura has been elected as the mayor, and a ton of cool stuff happened with the start of the event, and there's a few things you need to know about the event currently. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So the first thing you'll notice is there are minister elections, which we'll talk about in a moment. We kind of already know how they work thanks to a couple of glitches in a few lobbies, but by the time I'm done recording the rest of the video, hopefully this will be open, so we'll get to that in a little bit. But if we go ahead and click on Mayor Aura, you can see she does have these perks lists on the left and then active perks on the right, which does imply that these active perks will change. However, we can see exactly how they work. They are, as they said in the API, plus 50% skill XP, monsters deal 10% more damage and have 10% more health. Everyone is now luckier, which we can actually see exactly how lucky everyone is now, what that actually means as a number in your magic find and other sources. Also, every hour, 100% of the coins gained from fundraising are redistributed equally, and fundraising is what increases taxes and costs across the world. Also, your minions will be 50% slower than normal, so that's a little bit annoying, but all in all, that's how everything works. As far as work better, the luckier perk, you can see if you do /RNG. If you go to the Catacombs RNG meter and everything right here, you can just tell based on the RNG drops here. If we go to Necron's handle, this is not the normal amount. It normally takes a lot longer to actually drop a Necron's handle from RNG meter. Also, the odds are way more common than they usually are. It's actually twice as common as it normally is on the odds, and the meter is, again, much easier to reach. So I believe this is about like 70,000 easier than it normally is, something like that. And same goes for F7. If we go in here, the RNG meter is also easier here. The drop rate is higher. But from what I'm hearing, again, this could be incorrect information, but from what I've heard, opening a Necron's handle chest, which is normally 100 mil, it is currently 250 million coins to open a Necron's handle chest, which is pretty insane. So if you do manage to get lucky and drop a Necron's handle chest, it's still going to be profit, but might not be quite as much profit as you're used to say the least. Also, if we go into our SkyBlock profile and check out our stats, we do currently have a bonus 50 magic find from Aura's Work Better perk. It says stats from the currently elected mayor, proof that voting does matter. And we can also see in Aura's menu right here, the fundraising, how many coins have been raised. So at the moment, there have been 642 billion coins raised. That is partially from people chatting. You actually have to pay 7 coins every time you send a message in the chat now. I believe it's also 2,000 coins every time you want to warp to a location, so that's a little bit more money. That does go towards this. Also, taxes from Bazaar, from Auction House, everything like that will also go towards this. And if we actually turn around and walk outside, you can tell there's a few different things here. First off, you have the goons around the hub, and there's a few things you'll want to not do whenever you talk to them. First one is left click, because you will get sent to jail for 5 minutes. Now, at the moment, you can actually get out if you type /hub and then just up and enter until you eventually do get out. It does work. There is also this confused goon right here, which is, again, a little bit confused. Unfortunately, while you're supposed to be in jail, you can't actually talk to him, but he will be the only goon that actually walks around the hub and does stuff. But yeah, this is the jail. So if you do something bad, like hitting a goon or saying something bad about Aura in the game chat, then you can get sent into the prison here. So you got to be careful about what you say. And the goons are just all around the hub. There's a few over here in the farming areas. If we teleport over to the crypts, there's even going to be a few at the gates sections here. So there's a goon here, watching every corner of the world, making sure you're following Aura's new rules. There's even one here on top of the bank, which if you talk to him, he says if a minister misbehaves, there's always room in the jail. So ministers could end up getting sent to this prison, and we are going to have a lot more than one minister, it turns out. Now, this minister election does still have a little bit of time till it opens, but if we look around here inside of the community center, you can see the top section here has received a bit of a revamp, and that's because there's desks for each one of the ministers. So you'll have one person here, one on this side of the table, one on this side, one over here behind that desk, and then there's 3 more that you'll find on this section, because there are going to now be a total of 7 ministers, and you will be able to elect them via their IGNs. That's right, it is just like the Dante event where we had the rebellion, except this time, instead of us electing mayors behind Dante's back, we'll be electing ministers for Aura to choose from. But there are only going to be 7 ministers chosen every single skyblock year, so seeing as I only have 30,000 subs, I'm not going to steal the votes from somebody else, or at least I'm going to try not to. So please don't vote for me. Make sure to vote for Future77. He's going to be trying to get a good election going, and we are going to try and vote for him. So again, make sure to vote for him, and we'll see if we can get some cool perks out of his election. And hey, maybe in the next election, if the older mayors aren't allowed to be chosen back to back, maybe we'll get a chance then. But for this first election, make sure to vote for Future77. All right, the minister elections start in 23 seconds. So I do want to cover real quick, because as the election booth opens up, we should actually get the coins from this fundraising perk, since they're supposed to be given out at the end of every single hour. So every hour, 100% of the coins gained from fundraising are equally redistributed. That should be what happens here in about 4 seconds. I participated 28 coins, and total coins raised was 642 billion. Minister elections have begun, so we can actually go in here. The people's voting, new area discovered. So you can see where the ministers are going to be showing up. So I'm going to go ahead and click to vote Future77, as I recommend everyone else does. 1 vote's cast. Your participation will bring prosperous growth to this community. But there we go. I'm sure once there's actually a decent amount of votes in, that this section will start actually filling up with things. And apparently there is a special message if you do try to vote for Technoblade. So if we do vote for Technoblade right here, his crown rests in a place no vote can touch. Nice little tribute there. And apparently there's a special message as well if you try to vote for Mr. Hypixel himself. I do not trust this person. You will not vote for them. So there's some pretty cool Easter eggs in here. But you can already see the votes adding up, and hey, we do got Future already up in the top 5. So again, make sure to vote for Future77. Now again, the original opening of the event was pretty crazy, so I'm going to go ahead and show that here. But as far as everything goes, that should be all that you need to know about the entire event. So enjoy the clip of the event.
Prepare the
12,
10,
11, 9. Oh, it's frozen.
8, 10,
7,
9,
6, 5, 5,
4, 3,
2,
2, 1.
Oh, kill him!
Kill Aura, kill Aura, kill Aura.
Do it.
Kill Aura.
Answers is not available.
Command's not available. Everyone kill Aura.
Run!
His command is not available right now. It's rigged.
What's going on? What's
Command's
going
not
on?
Available.
What's going on?
Run!
Goons,
She's
goons,
going on.
goons.
Mayor or no minister. This is a dictatorship, bro.
Guys.
This is a
There's
dictatorship.
goons.
What the heck?
Are they saying to dictator? I
There's
can't.
goons everywhere.
Oh my goodness. What the heck? They're moving. They're moving. They're moving out. Oh my goodness. What the heck?
Gentlemen.
Dude.
Oh,
It's Dante, bro.
Who's the-
It's Dante.
Yo, they
I
have
can't see
build
the
aura.
map.
What is this? Make sure to vote for Future77. Drop a sub if you haven't already. We're closing in on 30k subs so that I can get a red name and maybe have a bit of a better chance to actually get elected. And I will catch you in the next one. Have an amazing rest of your day, and God bless.